Happy New Year. We're almost at the end of January, right? It is, what time is it? 12:23, Saturday, January 25th. We're getting our pumps in, helping people get fit. We had a bunch of work this morning. Notification going out. Help everybody hop on here. Yes, let's do a poll for today. Did we work out today? Not. I hate it. Yes, of course. All right, perfect. What we'll do, wait for some peeps to get on here. We'll walk a little bit. Get my water. Get my agua bottle. How we doing, everybody? Good morning. Oh, good afternoon now. Afternoons. Is that gonna say? No. How we doing, everybody? Wait for people to get in here before we really start getting talkative. Boom, boom. We'll be walking a little bit. Walking and talking. Get a little fun. All right. Butte. We'll walk a little bit. Get a little chatty catty. We'll walk as we do this. Oh yeah, we're walking, everybody. You walking this morning? Maybe get a little walking in before we go crazy tonight. Eat all the food tonight. We're gonna be eating some good food tonight. We're going to get some rodizio. We're gonna get some meats, eat some good food today. We're going to rodizio tonight. Oh yeah, we're gonna eat some good food today, ladies and gents. I don't know if you've done that already, but get your protein in, right? We gotta eat lunch here soon. The next, 30 minutes, we're gonna go home, eat some lunch. I don't know what you eat today. If you're new, make sure you like, subscribe, right? We go live every single day, and you can get in the comments section. You can talk about what we're eating, talk about what we're doing for the week, right? Workout-wise, I do full body. Do my full body workouts. I'm just walking today. I did my full body workout yesterday. Actually, I gotta fix my shoe. Fix my shoes. And so what we're gonna do, we're gonna walk for a little bit. Be a little chatty catty with everybody. How we doing, Christian? What's up? How we doing, everybody? Good morning. Well, afternoon now, right? 12:30, Saturday, January 25th. Happy New Year, right? If you haven't had any good New Year's goals today, make sure you set some good New Year's goals, right? It's January. We're getting to the new year, right? We're getting to February. We gotta get pumping. We gotta get our workouts in. We gotta get our high protein in, right? We gotta get doing well, Christian. How are you doing today, brother? Happy Saturday, right? Happy Saturday. We're in here working. Getting a little walking in our private gym, West Palm Beach, Lake Worth. And again, if you're new to the channel, just make sure you like, you gotta subscribe, right? Gotta subscribe so you can keep seeing us every single day. We go live every single day. You did your cardio already today? Hey, let's get it, baby. Doing my cardio right now. Mason, how we doing? What's up? How we doing? Happy Saturday, right? Happy New Year. Hope everybody's having a good new year so far, right? 30 days in almost, 25 days. And we're just walking. And then if you haven't done it already, make sure you answer that poll, right? And you got to subscribe, though. We got to subscribe because we go live every single day. We help people out. We do free health and wellness content. If you go to our channel, we chop up all the lives. So if you have any questions on here, we always keep it informed and keep the channel pumping. So you can go back and look at the stuff I talked about. Yeah, the hot room's off right now. I'm not going to go in today, but we'll probably go in a little bit later, maybe. I got to go live later, too, as well. So we'll be doing that. Oh, yeah, we'll be doing the hot room, too. Maybe a little bit later. I don't know about today, but your boy's kind of hungry. Your boy's a little hungry today. Oh, yeah. But if anybody's got questions or anything you want to ask about fitness or health, nutrition related, you can ask in the comments section. I'm a personal trainer. My name is Matt. I own this private gym here, right? No one else is really in here right now, but we had a bunch of people in here earlier. We had trainers coming in. We did some workouts. Got some people coming in tomorrow. So it's good stuff, everybody. Just got to make sure you got to share it with your friends and family if you like this type of stuff, right? If you like this information, you got to share it with your friends and fam. The fam jam, right? But we're going to be walking a little bit today. We're probably going to walk like not even half a mile, probably something around there. And then once we're done, we'll probably get out of here. We'll end the live stream. And then we'll be doing that. I'll be your afternoon client. I can't do it today, brother. Your boy's got we're going to eat tonight. Got my birthday dinner. Tonight. Oh yeah, got my birthday dinner. We're gonna go to Radicchio. Gotta go get some good food today. So it's very good stuff, the Radicchios around here. Yeah, but we're getting a little walking before we get a little pumpy wumpy. Well, no pumps today. I'm gonna go home and eat. I need to eat. I gotta eat. I might have, what should I eat? I might have an egg sandwich, something like that. I might make an egg sammy. And then what we'll do, probably go outside today. It's beautiful out today. I need to get a little tan. And we'll probably we'll talk outside today. Get a little talking in, because it's beautiful out. It's absolutely gorgeous out today. It's been kind of weird weather. Looks like it's gonna snow for the past few days, you know? Bring me some food back. I'll bring back a whole couple thousand rib cages, you know? I'll bring a couple ribs. It would be nice, I don't know if you could take home that stuff too. That'd be nice. I would take home a lot more stuff. Oh yeah, it's gonna be good food tonight. Texas de Brazil. Texas de Brazil is some good stuff, ladies and gents. That is some beautiful stuff, actually. I love it. Love that type of food. Gotta get some meat, gotta get everything in here. Hi, I'm new to the channel, older guy, Matt. Hey, appreciate that. Thank you coming in. Sciatica pain, trying to work out, what do you suggest? Oh, we gotta move. Sciatica is very tricky, but we gotta do the strength training. We gotta walk more. We gotta eat high protein food. So like, I don't know how much you weigh, for example. I weigh 185 pounds. And so what I try to do is I try to eat 150 grams of protein a day. And that helps alleviate the sciatica, symptoms, right? But you gotta get moving, you gotta be walking. You gotta be doing 20 to 30 minutes a day at least of something though. So, and then you can't sit for long periods of time, right? If that's the symptoms that you get though, Carl. Yeah, I appreciate you asking the question though, Carl, I really do. Because we have a bunch of people that have lower back pain and, it's very prevalent. And it's relevant to almost everybody, right? Some people usually in their life have some sort of lower back pain, like I do. I do have lower back pain. Not right now, but it comes in waves. So depending on what I do or do stuff like that. Hey, Cooper, welcome back. How we doing? Thanks for coming back in. We're talking about sciatica pain. But Carl, like you still have to do the weightlifting. You got to do progressive overload so you get stronger, right? So your body can handle, doing everyday life. And so you can go walk in, you can do stuff without having sciatica pain. If that answers your question. If you got anything else specific you want to ask about that, but sleep too. How's your sleep? If you can write down, how's your sleep? Like, do you sleep through the night? Or are you waking up, like 4 to 5 times a night to use the bathroom or something? So that does play a huge role though too as well. So you can let me know if that answered your question. I can help you out a little bit more if you need, maybe ask a deeper question. You can ask about your fitness, your nutrition, right? Things like that, your sleep. Those are the biggest key factors to raising your pain tolerance, right? So we can't necessarily get rid of pain, but we can make ourselves feel better by doing the sleeping, the eating, and walking, and doing the working out aspect. Those are how we can relieve and raise our pain tolerance though. So it's hard to get rid of pain though. You probably won't ever get rid of pain. But yeah, that's kind of like a little shindig when it comes to pain. Any type of pain though. It can be sciatica, it could be hip pain, it could be shoulder pain. We still have to do the same stuff. We got to take care of ourselves, right? That's number one, right? If we don't take care of ourselves, we can't see our wealth grow over time, and we can't do the things that we want to do. So if we want to go travel, but your back pain, is holding you back, we got to do all the extra stuff to not have our back hurt, right? So we got to do all those extra things, especially as you get a little bit older, though. You definitely do have to, do some stuff. You have to move more, and you have to be more self-conscious about sleep too. So let me know if that answered your question though about sciatica pain. But it isn't crazy complicated, we got to do all the preventative stuff, right? You can't, we can't just like neglect it and then, still lift really super crazy, right? We got to put the ego aside. We got to do progressive overload. We got to start, a little smaller, right? Depends on what you can handle with the pain, right? So going to a physical therapist definitely helps, going to physical therapy. But they kind of baby people a little bit. So there is, a time like once you start feeling a little bit better, you gotta go back to your normal stuff, right? We gotta go to the gym, we gotta walk, we gotta do our cardio, we gotta do things that gets our blood pumping and feeling better, right? So that's why we got to walk. We got to drink water. You got to eat 150 grams of protein. Sleep is okay, but nerve damage and C4, yeah, hey, that'll do it too. Body failing me, Matt? Yeah, it did. I sit at a desk all day. Yeah, I mean, or do you do hybrid? Like, do you go into the office or? Because like sitting all day at a desk, like, yeah, it'll do it to you. It will definitely do it to you. So, you know, maybe what you can do is like every 30 minutes, you know, maybe get up for like 5 to 10 minutes, right? I don't know about the boss situation or how the boss works or how the work works, right? But I know some people have standing desks, which some people like, some people hate the standing desk type of stuff. But it's very case dependent, you know. I don't know if you're if you work at home or how that works. But if you work at home, you know, you got a little more flexibility to do things. You can go to the gym in between or something like that. Or if you're at work, right, we got to get up, we got to move around, but we got to prioritize the protein. Like, we got to eat. In the office all day, staff of 20, got to be there. Do you run the business, or how does that go? Because if like, let's say you run the show, right? I mean, you can do what you want, but you gotta. I'm not sure the dynamics of the office. Like, I've had to learn to trust people more. That's been like one of my biggest things, is trusting other trainers to do that. Supervisor. Yeah, so you can probably get away with some things, you know, too. But to be a good supervisor, though, to keep everybody. Like, let's say you come in and you're in pain, right? And, you know, you already started off with a bad day, right? You know, you want to be there for your people, right? So you gotta be in shape. You gotta be not thinking about pain, right? So that's why we gotta take care of ourselves, though, like outside of like the office, right? But, you know, set an example for everybody. You know, start eating the extra protein, right? Get your meals in. If you got a meal prep, you gotta do what you gotta do, though. You gotta meal prep. I don't know if you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but we need to be having all 3 meals, you know, get at least 50 grams of protein. For me, I have to get 50 in, because I'm 185 pounds. I try to get 150. But in order to do your job well, right, you got to be doing all these things too. So staff of 20 is a lot, though. That's a lot of stuff to deal with. There's a lot of fires you got to put out, right? That's a lot of stuff going on. And I appreciate you telling me everything. That's really awesome, because it does give me a better way to help you out a little bit. So I appreciate you doing that, Carl. And then if you haven't done it yet, you know, just make sure you subscribe. You can keep coming on, asking me some different questions if you ever got anything popping up. And then, okay, I only eat twice a day. Yeah, I would definitely step that up. You know, if you're skipping a meal, add the meal in. Yo, Indica Nieto, how you doing? How we doing, brother? Thanks for hopping in here today. Happy Saturday. Welcome to our private gym. My name is Matt, personal trainer. I own this whole gym, nice little private thing right here. You see this? I'll walk a little bit. You see all that in the back? But yeah, we're talking about some things, you know. Carl's asking about, you know, his sciatica pain. We're talking about how to help, like, alleviate that, right? Hey, K Dork. Hey, welcome back. How you doing? What's up? We're just walking and talking. We're talking about sciatica pain for Carl. And I'm teaching him some ways, you know, getting the meals in. We're talking about walking, working out. Carl, do you strength train at all, Carl? And then how often do you strength train, right? Because I strength train about 3 times a week. Sometimes I'll break it up and I'll do 4 days. I can do upper, lower. But I do full body 3 times a week. But then, like, on the other days, I'll do cardio, right? I'll do stuff like that. Yeah, 2 times. That's still better than most people, though, Carl. That's really good. The magic, though, is when you start moving a little bit more, especially when you have, like, the sciatica pain, you got to walk. I think walking is a very basic way to get your blood pumping. Full body, 55 here. Yeah, that's fantastic, though. Especially 55 is good, man. I train plenty of people that, like, have never worked out until, like, you know, their 60s or 70s. And, you know, people have pain. It's very normal, especially sciatica. But what seems to be a lot of people's things with sciatica is, like, they'll end up sitting for a long time, right? So that's what I found most of the time is, like, when people sit a lot, right? That's where, you know, you run into some problems, you know, with the neck and the back and a lot of other things around the spine, right? So for the working out aspect, right, we got to go through, you know, you got to do rows, right? You got to go through the ranges of motion so you can free up the nerves in there, right? And you can get blood flow to those areas that cause concern, right? So that's why we have to do the strength training. We got to do the Got to do the cardio, got to do everything, right? So it's fantastic stuff though. But the protein is huge. Like food is everything. I think it's 70% of what we do. I think 30% is working out. But the 30% is really key though too, because it can get you hungrier and you'll be able to eat more. And then once you get moving though, movement is like medicine, right? I don't know, I've had family members, pass away and they go from, walking, they break their ankle and then they're done, after like a year. So the thing is, I try to stretch every day before I go to the gym. I put protein in my morning coffee. So in that sort of case, right, I would try to I do a protein shake in the morning. That's just me. It's just how I try to get my food in immediately. That's great though with the coffee. Like coffee will help alleviate things, but it prevents you from being hungry. So like caffeine's a diuretic. It'll make you pee a little bit more. But then it also helps you not feel as much pain, right? So that is a good thing. But we want to get our food in before we get our coffee and stuff, right? Or you can get it in at the same time, but it's going to hinder your food for the day because you're going to be eating less because it'll make you less satisfied. Well, not less satisfied. It's just like it cuts your hunger off. That's just a side effect of caffeine, or coffee, I should say, or any type of caffeine. So I would say, try to get a full meal in, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I would start there though, Carl. Just start, doing one meal at a time. Do breakfast, lunch, dinner. Get, 30, 40, 50 grams of protein, right? But if you want to work a little bit more, I didn't see what you said about sleep, actually. Let me see. Sleep is okay, but nerve damage. We gotta I usually don't eat breakfast. Yeah, and the sleep though, you gotta make yourself physically exhausted. And mentally exhausted is okay, but you gotta get yourself physically exhausted too. If you want to sleep better through the night. Like, do you sleep through the night though, Carl? That's a pretty important one though. Do you sleep through the night? Because let's say you wake up 3 or 4 times, you're not sleeping through the whole night. That's not good. That usually will alleviate. Like I've had people that go 4 to 5 times a night, and then once we start talking about, putting water a little bit away from bedtime, you front load your day more with water in the beginning of your day. And then, we physically exhaust ourselves. No, I don't sleep through the night. All right, so you can do that tonight. That's how you immediately feel better tomorrow though. So basically, the sleep is the real steroid, right? That is like the game changer that everybody, once people start sleeping, they feel better, right? Your shit tolerance meter goes way up, right? You're able to deal with more things. At work, you're way better. It's the magic. It's magic. It's literally magic. So we gotta 5 hours only. I mean, which is okay, but some people sleep 5-6 hours, but they sleep through the night. So that's where the toughness is going to come in. But doing exhaustive exercise, doing sauna too on top of that, is definitely going to help. It will for sure help. And having a trainer hold you accountable, right? Like most people hire me just to hold them accountable. So that's something I do offer online too as well. I'm not sure about weight loss, like if you're trying to lose weight or lose fat specifically. If you have a lot of fat, it doesn't mean you'll be in pain though too. It just depends on your lifestyle though. It depends on everything, a lot of things. But I do work with online or in person. I'm in West Palm Beach. So just depending on where you're at, we can make something happen too if you want something like that. And then you can reach out either bnawellness.com or you can see our trying to lose weight. It depends how much you're trying to lose too as well though, Carl. And then what's your time frame? Like do you have like any weddings coming up or like any goals specific, like a daughter's wedding or something, right? Or grandkids being born, or you're traveling, right? Las Vegas here, 40 pounds. I appreciate you telling me all that, Carl. I mean, it's very realistic. 40 pounds is a journey, but then it's a whole lifestyle thing we got to do though. Las Vegas though, I've never been to Las Vegas. Never been to Las Vegas. I heard it's a good time. I ain't never been though. We're in West Palm Beach, Florida, right? We got crazy stuff down here. The weather's nice year round, basically. So, But 40 pounds is, you can do like 1, 2 to 3 pounds a week. I think 3 pounds a week is pushing it. You can lose. So you can imagine that would take about like anywhere from 3, 4, 5, 6 months. You know, I think 6 months is a good time frame though. I think 6 months is a good one. But again, you got to get locked in, right? By July for daughter's wedding. Too much. What's today? January. So you got February, you got March, April, May, June, July. So you do have 6 months, right? It's very doable. You know, if you do want the extra help, you can message out to me, and you know, we can work together, right? I do cost a little bit of money, but we can talk about like how that would work and some things that could help you. But then I can be on top of you, you know, texting you all the time. You know, we can be messaging and seeing where your progress is at. You can send me pictures of your meals. We can talk about your sleep. Like we would do updates almost every single day. It just depends what you're looking. You can definitely do 40 pounds by July though. Yeah, it definitely would. Daughter's wedding, huh? That was a good guess. I work with a lot of older people. I wouldn't say older people, but older than me. I'm 28. But they have different needs from someone my age, right? Like, I gotta just work, right? So I gotta eat to work, right? And I gotta eat to train people. And then be on top of my A game, though, mentally, right? I gotta be on top of that. So, different types of scenarios, right? So, like, I gained like 40 pounds. So I kind of did the reverse. But when it comes to losing weight, we got to really make sure that protein's really high, because then we don't want to lose fat, or we don't want to lose muscle, I should say, right? So then, like when we're losing weight, we keep the muscle on, so that's why we got to have a lot of protein though. I guess right, damn, 28, your knees still work. Hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I got pain too though. Like, you know, I lift, I do a bunch of stuff, but the thing is, like, people that move more are in less pain. That's just a very general rule of thumb. There's more people with knee pain that don't run than they do run. So people that run have less knee pain. So, you know, being physically active, like doing stuff around the house, like do gardening, like you don't have you probably don't, I don't know if you have grass in Las Vegas, but for example, like that's a huge thing, is doing physical activity stuff, like taking care of the house. Doing dishes is very simple, but like that's a physical activity though, right? Like I have some guys that are your age though, Carl, that can't put their arms above their head, right? And they can't put the dishes away. Not that they probably want to do the dishes, but like let's say you go on an airplane ride, right? Let's say you're going on a trip, right? No grass. Hey, that's probably a good thing though. I mean, it's a little crazy. But like when someone goes to put a luggage away in the airplane, you know, that's an embarrassing thing, as a guy having to ask for help at, 50 something years old, because you can't put your arms above your head. You know, it's very crazy, but that's how some people, like, they have that oh shit moment, right? Usually people that's the only way people change though, is when they have that moment, right? So that's why it's very important, to show that your kids that they don't need to take care of you, right? Like, I mean, I'm going to have to probably take care of my parents as they get older. I mean, it's like, but like my grandma, for example, comes in, she's like 86. She's 86 now, but she doesn't want anybody taking care of her, right? Like you don't want people to take care of you and be like debilitated. And, you want them to do their own thing. You want them to live their lives and not have to worry about you, right? And you want to be able to travel and use your money to travel, right? You've been working that hard. So we have to do these things to enjoy it, right? Like, even though traveling might suck because your knees hurt, but we need to get to that point where we can do those things and spend our money, right? Like, it's such a crazy topic, because, like, I have people in their 80s, they still move and they don't travel as much anymore, but some people got so much money they don't know what to do with it, right? And that's what happens as you get older, though. You're expecting retirement. You saved up all this money for, 30, 40, 50 years, right? So we got to be able to use that money, right? Like, let's say you go to, you're working your ass off, and you're working for 30, 40 years, and you buy the Ferrari, and you can't step into the Ferrari or get out of the Ferrari. Not that I'm a Ferrari guy. Like, I'm just saying if that's what you want as your goal. Even if you get to that goal, you might not be able to get in and out of it, too. So that's why the strength training is really important, though. Especially as you get older, strength training is even more important. But pain is going to hold you back from anything, right? So you just got to find yourself a trainer, you know, maybe in Las Vegas, or, you know, maybe that's where I can help, that gets you moving, right? You got to get moving. And then once you get moving, you're going to feel better. And then once you start feeling better, you'll be like, damn, this actually isn't that bad. You know, I can do the things I want to do, right? So that was a really long, elaborated, you know, answer probably at that point, Carl. But I appreciate you actually getting in here, getting comments in the comment section below, asking some questions, right? I really appreciate that. Because then everybody else can hear me, and they can, you know, I can help other people doing that stuff, right? So if you got any friends or family that, you know, like this type of content, make sure you share with them, right, too, as well. I'm going to try to help everybody with free health and wellness content. Because we help a lot of people out here, right? I work this morning, you know, I don't do anything past 12 now. I try to save the time for us, right? Get the YouTube building and try to really push everybody to get uncomfortable. And like, I have to make myself uncomfortable. Like, I hate doing cardio. Cardio sucks, but I like doing the strength training stuff. So I'm a strength training junkie, right? But you know, you can do strength training mixed in with cardio, but you can't do cardio with strength training. Like, you can't run to the point where you're doing strength. It's just not possible unless you do sprinting. Sprinting's different. But we got to push ourselves in many different ways, but doing stuff safely is very tough, right? Like, I basically teach people strength training, but it makes it safe for them. It makes it safe for them to do, because I have people with lower back pain and shit, you know, it happens all the time. Shoulder problems, so many things, Carl. But there's hope. There's very much hope. You know, 6 months, you got 6 months till July, man. It's a good amount of time. But, you know, you might not rewrite everything, right? Maybe you'll lose the weight. Maybe you lose 20 to 30 pounds, right? You'll still be happy. But the ththing is, we got to fit into that tuxedo, right? Depends what you're wearing. But we got to fit into that tuxedo. You got to look good. You know, you want to change people's minds about you, right? You want to seem like you're healthy. You want to seem like you can take care of yourself, right? And you don't want to rely upon people. I don't know if you have a wife or kids, you know, in the house still or anything like that, but or who cooks in the family. Carl, you can let me know who cooks in the family, and then that's a big factor too. Because cooking, some people don't know how to cook. Some people do not know how to cook, right? Cooking is very important. I think cooking, because you got to see what you're putting in your mouth also. Like, if you don't know what you're putting in your mouth, things like that. Health is wealth. I understand it better. I appreciate all your advice. I've already started with 3 friends too, sub. I appreciate that. Tux is a must. I cook and wife too. Hey, that's amazing though. Thank you, Carl, for doing that. Health is wealth. And you know, the thing is too, you know, if you're super healthy and you can't make money, you know, it's a different story, but you know, we got other problems at that point. I appreciate the advice. Yeah, absolutely. I have already with 3 friends. Yeah, I really appreciate that. And again, like, what I do is I do help people lose weight online. Like, I do that. It's very tedious, and if you do want to do that, we can definitely work together though. You can let me know. I think my email is public on the channel, so if you do want to ever interact with me, we can definitely do that. But actually what I'll do is I gotta post more cooking content. Like, I cook, and tuxedo's a must. That's fun though. That's really fun, because tuxedos are nice, you know. Gotta look all spiffy, you gotta get the bow tie, you gotta do everything like that. But it's great that you and your wife cook. That's fantastic. That's half the battle, right? You're just cooking. So, but I like to prep the carbs. I prep the carbs, so I'll have like the rice ready for the week, or ready for a couple days at least, or potatoes. And then when it comes to the proteins, right, I like to fry up the proteins. I like to cook it, you know, right then and there most of the time. Sometimes I'll cook it the day before for the next day. But you know, I'm able to go back and forth from my job. You know, I live a couple minutes away from here, so I'm able to go back and cook. But that's probably why meal prepping is going to be important for you. Is, you know, to get the protein in, right? We got to get that in. And especially when you start moving more, you're going to be hungrier. So the thing is, like, it's going to be kind of weird when you start moving a lot more and you start working out, and you're going to be hungrier. So don't fight the hunger, right? You got to eat, but make sure it's all protein. I wouldn't say all protein, but most of it's protein, because protein is the most satisfying macronutrient. So carb and fat and protein's the most satisfying. So that'll keep you less hungry. So caffeine works too. Caffeine works with that. It can prevent you from eating more, but I don't suggest having coffee or caffeine after like 2 o'clock, because then you won't sleep that night, right? Because caffeine, what it does, it blocks your adenosine receptors. And so your adenosine is a hormone, which is your sleep pressure hormone. So your adenosine is at lowest in the morning when, because you don't have any sleep pressure, right? You know, when you try to, you know, like you feel like you're falling asleep, right? That's your sleep adenosine building up, your sleep pressure building up. Yes. And so like there's a couple things, you know, like I help with the timing of food, right? So like I have people that I had one person that doesn't eat lunch, right? So I'm like, look, we gotta get the protein shake. You know, you can get the protein shake in, like she doesn't have time to sit down, cook, like do all that stuff, right? So like, let's get the protein shake in, right? Make the shake a little bit earlier, you know, you gotta get that stuff in. But there's a lot of stuff to cover though, so we cover a lot of stuff on here. But we do go live every day, even on Sundays. I'll come in here and even do some work. I'll even train myself, and then I'll ask people some questions, or people ask me questions, you know, and I give them free advice. But yeah, I just try to ask if you can share with friends and family, you know, throw some likes, subscribe, you know, stuff like that. And then I just help everybody, right? But then, you know, we're going to eat tonight. So I'm going to like a Radizio, going to like a steakhouse tonight for the birthday, you know. Birthday was like 2 days ago, but family was working, right? So we got to wait for them to get off. And then, yeah, it's a whole lifestyle. It's just a whole lifestyle though. Because again, like once you start it, you know, I would not want you to stop. You know, you gotta take care of yourself all day, every day, right? You know, you're taking care of your friends and families, or your family, right? Probably for a long time, right? And it's neglecting probably your health too at the same time. So, you know, it's probably time to take care of yourself so you can travel, you know, be able to see the grandkids grow up, right? And we got to see grandkids. At least that's what I think my parents would care about, you know, to a certain extent, would be like, you know, making sure we're good, making sure the grandkids are healthy, make sure we're healthy. But they got to take care of themselves too. Like, even my parents don't really, you know, they're not workout-aholics, you know, like, that's kind of why the way I am. I'm like kind of the opposite in a certain extent. But as you get older, it's definitely tougher though. You know, like you got a lot of stuff on your plate, you know, you got kids, you got work. And so it adds up after a while. So like, that's why it's really important. You got to build the habit, you know, really early, in my opinion. But, that answered your questions a little bit more. But you can see how much we could talk about, right? We got a lot of content that we can do every single day, right? So I just try to help people out, you know, give people free health and wellness content. I'll show you around to the gym actually a little bit, Carl. I'll show you this out. We'll go like this. Let me fix all this stuff up. Just trying to do this. All right, so we're in West Palm Beach, Florida. You can see all this. We got palm trees, right? We got grass, right? Pretty crazy. Let me adjust this for a second. So we got all this stuff. We got palm trees out here. And if you walk back here, we got waters. We got waters in here. We had towels. All the towels were gone for the week. And then basically we put the towels in here. But we had a cleaning guy. We got someone that does our laundry, which is nice. So I try to give people some good stuff. Check this out. I got my tripod, so you can see me. How we doing? Welcome back. Well, you see bnawellness right there. I'll show you that. Yeah, bnawellness.com. So if you want to, you know, take a virtual tour of our place, you can do that too as well. You can see what we're all about on there. It's a lot of information, even on our Instagram, Facebook, things like that. But we got our lockers right here. People can use this. They can lock their stuff up, take the key with them, right? Do things like that. You got tissues. You can do reviews right from you on Google. Got a bunch of stuff. So what I was just on was that right there. It's on the cardio. It's doing a little tready. But then we got everything you need, right? Got everything you need right here. So we got our, you know, free weights. We got all of our free weights right here. Watch this. Just turn on. Boom. So we got all of our free weights, right? We got enough dumbbells to work out a small village. Then over here, you know, we just got our free weights. We got the deadlift platforms, you know. Like Carl, this will be like one of your probably most needed exercises, deadlifting. Then we got cables, like we got cable machine right here. So we got the stack in the middle. That's where you can do the pins. You can change out your stuff right here. We got a couple of things. We got kettlebells. We got ropes. Let me lower the music a little bit. But we got this. I got to clean this up a little bit, but these are like jumping plyo boxes. But we don't necessarily jump on these. Like I don't really jump with older people as much, but we'll do some stuff like that. But we got our strength machines right here. We got our quad extension, got a hamstring curl, got a leg press, calf raise, seated calf raise, flexion, ab flexion, I guess you'd call it. Yeah, abdominal crunch, yeah. I mean, it's flexion, extension of your spine, so could be called that too. And then right here, got a shoulder press, got biceps, got bicep curls, and then we'll be changing this out soon. But this is a cover, so it's not actually like the thing underneath, so that's good. Got a chest press, Bach. Got the rows, so you got different handles on the rows. You got the rows up there, down here, so you got a bunch of different handles. Then we got the reverse fly or chest fly machine. So that could do rear delts, and then you could flip it around. You could change up the settings of that to do flies. This is my favorite machine. But this is the chin-up machine and dips. So like I can go like this to change it to dips. Even though you can do dips both ways, but if you're doing chin-ups, you probably want it like that. Then you can hold up there. We got a bunch of different handles up there. And then I think that's all the machines, strength machines. We got a bunch of balls. And then that's a hip thrust machine right here. So you can do hip thrusts on there. And then we got our sleds that we like to use with people, do some cardio / strength stuff, right? And then you got foam rollers. Got a bunch of stuff right here. We got our fan, stereo. Got wall balls. You got stuff like that. Got to throw that out. Got 2 bathrooms. And I got a massage place in the back too. It's really nice. So yeah, we got stuff happening here. We got beautiful bathrooms in here. Water fountains, right, for people too. They need it. And you see our beautiful gym, huh? And then what we'll do, Carl, we're probably gonna head out. I'm gonna get out of here. We can go eat some kibbles. Then we'll probably have eggs with cottage cheese. This is my thing. Eggs with cottage cheese, baby. I don't know if you ever had that, but that's some good food. You know, it's weird. I used to eat a lot of eggs until like it got boring for me after a little bit. I'm like, dude, I gotta change this up. And so I saw someone do eggs with cottage cheese, and I'm like, why would I do that, right? So that's gonna be disgusting. It's gonna be terrible. And guess what? I tried it out. Absolutely fabulous. So good. It makes the eggs fluffier, right? We got some beautiful stuff with recipes, though. Let me know if you do have it. It's game changer. Absolute game changer. Because then I'm able to eat like 4 to 5 eggs at a time with it. And it's fabulous. It's so good. But you got to mix up the eggs with the cottage cheese first, and then you put it on the pan. Oh, my God. Not a lot of things better in life, Carl. I'll tell you that. There are not a lot of things better in life. But that is one of them. That is for sure one of them. I will tell you that. I got some little baby ants around here. Yeah, I got little baby ants running around. That's not good. It's got people that eat food in here, and I try to yell at them not to do it, but where are they coming from, though? All right, maybe I'll have to deal with that probably tomorrow. Okay. All right, Carl, thank you for joining us today, brother. I really appreciate you hopping in here, joining the community, right? We'll be back on tomorrow, and if you got any questions, saved up, just let me know. And I appreciate you hopping on today. I wish you the best. Happy New Year, right? Wishing the family the best. Congrats on the daughter's wedding. That's huge. I'm going to be there soon. I'm going to be doing that soon, too, a little bit, Thank you for sharing. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. We'll see you soon. And I appreciate you sharing with all your friends, too. And then we'll talk to you soon. Happy Saturday.